So I'm saying Rev. Okay, single. Rev. Okay, let's do Rev. I have not raged / laughed my ass off at Hasan and his dumb fuck orbiters in a while. So, you know what? Let's look at Rev's video. Let's see what is going on with Mike from PA and exactly just how much. No, Zeb, this is how the rage is how we ring in the welcome back with the glorious rage. Although this may not be rage because if he's finding out, I may be laughing my ass off at this. It is entirely possible that I may laugh at what happened to him. So, let's find out if I'm going to rage or if I'm going to laugh. Let's go.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we're going to be talking about the most pathetic Hasan orbiter, Mike from PA. And saying a pathetic Hasan orbiter is like saying pathetic squared. But this guy recently made a tweet trying to simp for Hasan Piker while also trying to take shots at Ethan Klein. And guess
which I'm going to point out is nothing unusual. Mike from PA has always simped for Hasan. Mike from PA has always taken shots at Ethan. Leave us not forget that Mike from PA was the one on stream who said the only way to get Ethan shut up is to, quote, bloody his mouth, unquote. That Mike from PA said that on stream. He basically said Ethan needs to basically get the shit kicked out of him so he was busted and bleeding in order to shut him up. This is nothing new about what he said. Now, I have no idea what his tweet is because I don't follow Mike from PA on Twitch because I'm a sane person. So I have no idea what he said.
What? It's backfired horribly. Mainly because this guy who routinely tries to threaten people, call for violence against other streamers, is not the alpha male he thinks he is. And in the replies, he was getting spammed with images that came from this video right here. I want you guys to understand
here we go.
Who we're dealing with.
This video is going to fucking haunt Mike from PA for the rest of his fucking days. This will follow this man for the rest of his life. This is so fucking, like, I'm sitting here watching it secondhand, basically, and I cringe every time I see it because he is such a little, like, little cuckboy in this video. It's so fucking funny, and the fact that it's gonna follow him forever is glorious.
When we're talking about this alpha male named Mike from PA, this is the guy right here.
That's fine. I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention.
Get their face! Look at their face! Oh my god, he looks like something out of Revenge of the Nerds. He seriously looks like he should have been cast in Revenge of the Nerds as one of the nerds. The only thing missing right now is a little bit of tape on the bridge of his glasses. Oh my god! It's so fucking good.
This is the tough guy we're talking about today. Just keep that in mind, okay? So, his biggest, his favorite content creators, of course, Hasan Piker.
Oh, and while this ass fuck is on the screen, I am just going to point out, because it needs to be fucking pointed out, while this fucking moron terrorist sympathizer is on the screen in his little capri pants, in his little girly capri pants. I'm pointing that out too. Hasan wears capri pants. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, the auto mods. Mods on Twitch, keep an eye on the auto mod. It's getting very sensitive. Just keep an eye on the auto mod. It's having a moment. I'm gonna point out he never got banned. I'm going to point out Twitch never banned him for making threats and doxing. And as I fucking pointed out on Twitter, what Hasan did on that stream by revealing another content creator's page for the explicit purpose of harassment is by California law doxing. It is considered illegal to showcase another content creator's social media page for the purpose of harassment. He still has not been banned for that. That whole event that we talked about a week and a half ago, still not been banned. Has caught no ban whatsoever from Twitch. I'm going to point that out because it needs to keep fucking being pointed out how Twitch protects their terrorist sympathizers. How Twitch protects their golden children, regardless of the absolute shit things that they do that are against the law and against TOS. So even though this video is not explicitly about Hasan, I'm going to fucking point it out every goddamn time. That this man who wears girls' capri pants still has not been banned for illegal activities and violation of TOS. Moving on.
And he'll do anything to impress this guy, and as we'll see, a tweet where he's simping for the man will backfire horribly. Now, before we get into Mike from PA, I can't help myself. I have to quickly share this clip from Hasan Piker where he compares himself, get this, to Superman.
His involvement in global affairs, like his moral compass, causes others to also take action, causes others who have power to also take action. He literally makes people, he springs others into action. That's the whole point. That is the I don't know. I just saw like a lot of what I've tried to do with commentary in general, which is like to influence others to also do right and to defend vulnerable people and to show by not just telling but also doing.
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay. Hasan is in California. He must have been smoking some shit. Him being high is the only rational explanation I can think of why he would compare himself to motherfucking Superman. Like, motherfucker, you are the kind of very people that Superman does not like. You are the very kind of person that Superman would talk to and say, you shouldn't be doing this. You're supporting terrorism. This is not the way. The fact that you are trying to compare yourself to Superman is brain rot in his purest form. He's not even like Lex Luthor, Lightsburg, because at least Lex Luthor has a set goal and doesn't fucking flip-flop or pussy down the second he gets confronted. Lex Luthor, if you confront him, he'll actually stand up to you and say, yeah, bring it, motherfucker. Hasan backs down like a little bitch the second you step up to him with facts, and immediately he starts getting this little boy voice and, huh? What? What are you saying? Huh? What? Hasan is basically an NPC. The worst kind of NPC in the Superman world. He would basically be, in a Superman comic, it would be one panel of his stream spewing off bullshit about how I love Houthi terrorists. And he would basically be a single panel in a Superman comic showing the very people that Superman fights against. That's it. I mean, I'm not surprised he compares himself to Superman. His ego writes checks his body can't cash. Which is of no surprise to anyone, honestly.
I don't remember a scene where Superman looked to the camera and said, you know what, screw it. Metropolis deserved Doomsday. Yeah, like, I don't remember the scene where Superman said, America deserved 9/11. I don't remember the scene where Superman openly advocated and platformed terrorists. I don't remember the scene where Superman visited brothels that were being investigated for child sex trafficking. I don't remember the scene where Superman attended a Diddy party. I don't remember the scene where Superman denied the rapes that happened during the October 7th attacks. I don't remember the scene where
Rev is just going to be rolling on this one. And he's absolutely right. Every fucking thing that Rev is pointing out here in detail is exactly the reason why he is not. He's cooking. He is doing, and then, and then, and then, and then, and he ain't done. Hasan is literally the antithesis of Superman. The fact that he tries to compare himself to Superman just shows you how absolutely brain-rotted he is. We must not forget, this is the man who is basic. When someone, I don't know if Reb is going to actually mention this, but someone on Fox News recently, there was a tweet that Hasan put out with the thing from Fox News saying, well, if people are gonna be just calling us Nazis left and right, then fuck it, we're Nazis. Because, again, the word Nazi has basically lost all meaning. And Hasan posted tweets saying, see, they're even admitting that they're Nazis. They're even admitting it. Dude, you're a whiny little bitch. Okay? You're a whiny, pissy little cucked bitch that needs to pay for sex in a brothel overseas. You're not Superman. Superman's busy hitting either Lois Lane or Wonder Woman, depending upon the timeline. He's the one hitting that 10 out of 10 ass. You need to pay for it in a brothel over in Europe. Or go to Epstein's Island or something. You are not the same. Okay?
Superman advocated for political violence. I also don't remember the scene where Superman would wave a gun around to intimidate his opponents. You get the picture? This guy's the furthest thing away from Superman. But there is one thing in common, and it's kind of on the point of what Ethan Klein is saying, because of course he was making fun of this, saying the only thing Hasan and Superman have in common is that they both owe their life to extremely wealthy and influential fathers.
Additional point. The only thing Hasan and Superman have in common is that they both owe their success to Jewish people. Superman, as I forget who pointed it out in the Kick chat. Who was it that? Yeah, Mantaz, that you said it was created by two Jewish gentlemen. That's where Superman owes his success. Hasan would be nothing if he was not reeing and screaming against the state of Israel and to its people. Yannicka said as well. Okay, so Yannicka and Mantaz both said how Superman was created by Jewish men. Hasan only has a career because of him reeing against the state of Israel and against Jewish people and supporting Muslim terrorists. So that's another thing that Hasan and Superman have in common. They both owe their entire careers to Jewish people.
Now, they kind of butchered the backstory of Superman in the James Gunn version of this story, but there is one thing that Hasan and the James Gunn Superman have in common. It's not a big spoiler, by the way. There is a portion of the movie where Lex Luthor creates rage monkeys to write negative things about Superman on social media to kind of like turn the public narrative. And Superman's like, I don't care about this. I don't need social media. While clearly being very, very upset about it. Yeah, that is something Hasan has in common with Superman. You know,
Wait. Did they actually make social media a big thing in Superman? Like, was this seriously a thing that out of everything, and like I've seen a couple of reviews about the movie, was social media really that big of a part of the James Gunn Superman movie? Cause like if it is, god fucking damn it. Oh, I forgot my Kitsune, thank you. And yes, I forgot the alerts. I will turn the alerts off. Thank you, Kitsune, for the tier 1. Yeah, like, this is like the one movie where social media should not have been any kind of a focus for Superman. Superman as a character has always been viewed as someone who is well above social media. That's the whole thing. That's the entire premise behind Superman. He is bigger than all of that. He's a figure that is much bigger than the paltriness of social media, because his whole purpose is just to do good, and he does not care about social media because he is legitimately above it. And if James Gunn really made social media a plot point in this movie, God fucking damn it, Hollywood needs to know that there are certain modern audience things or modern day things that don't need to be put into every goddamn fucking movie. Okay, it's not necessary. And Doc, thank you for the tier 1.
He's right. He does have one thing in common with Superman. But let's move on back to Mike from PA, who has a very big issue with Ethan Klein. In fact, he believes that Ethan Klein, if he could, would have him game ended.
What is the obsession with Ethan Klein? Jesus H. Christ. It's the other way around. Bro. You have to understand something about H3H3 and Ethan Klein in general. Is that if he could, he would have us killed.
Really? Really? You're gonna try and make that claim that Ethan would have you killed if he could? Motherfucker, you people are literally advocating for the deaths of sitting U.S. representatives and senators. You are advocating for the genocide of an entire people. Are you really going to try and pull this bullshit when he has never once even hinted that he wants harm placed upon anybody? I don't follow Ethan's channel on YouTube. I have not once heard through all my covering of this with the various content creators. I am unaware of even once of Ethan saying that he wants another content creator to be killed. I've not heard that once. Whereas people like Hasan, people like Mike from PA, people like Frogan, people like Denims, they are all the time advocating for people to be killed. All the goddamn time. So him saying, oh yeah, this is a sympathy bid. This is 100% some kind of bullshit sympathy bid trying to say, oh, I'm a victim. I'm a victim because if he could, Ethan would have me killed if he could. Bullshit. This is basically him trying to put this out there to make it seem like he's a victim to try and get like sympathy clicks on his streams. That is what this is. It is so blatantly transparent that he's only putting this out there because he wants people to go, oh my God, someone wants him killed. I better tune into his stream and maybe I'll gift them, maybe I'll do a subscription or maybe I'll do bits. That is, it's blatantly transparent. He does not actually believe this in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't. He knows it's a lie. It's deliberately slanderous. Now is not the time, Wolfie. Banana Cat after. Let me rage. Eat. Nourish. Yeah, this is just a bullshit sympathy bit. He doesn't believe it. He's only saying it for clicks. And your dog, it's a tough call. The word like suing for defamation or slander has been getting thrown around a lot lately. I honestly don't know if he would have a case for slander in this instance. Because Ethan would need to demonstrate that Mike from PA claiming that Ethan wants to have him killed impacted Ethan in a very negative light. So if Mike from PA says this, and then someone in his community actually starts issuing death threats against Ethan and his family in direct response to what Mike from PA said, then yes, I do think that Ethan would have a legitimate case for slander in that case. But without that tangible effect from him saying this, he'd have a hard time. he wouldn't be able to really sue, unfortunately.
And if you think I'm exaggerating, you're not. I'm not.
Yeah, you are exaggerating, you ass fuck.
Freak. And he blames us for his career, and he blames us for that.
Remember to always take...
Wait, blames? What? Wait. Hold on. He blames them for his career, which would be a net positive. Which would not be a blame, it would be a credit. It would be, he credits us for his career because his career is absolutely exploding in a positive way. So he wouldn't be blaming anything because he would be blaming if it caused his career to fall when his career is actually on the rise. This man needs to go back to school to learn English. No, Mike, you need go back and take some basic English courses because you're either self-reporting or you don't know how words work. Because those things don't go together at all.
Your meds, ladies and gentlemen, but it doesn't end there. So, regarding the copyright infringement lawsuits that Ethan Klein has filed against Frogan, Denims, and Caseytron, obviously as a Hasan orbiter, Mike from PA has a big issue with it, basically saying that their content was transformative and that Ethan is cooked and he has no standing here and that he's abusing all of these legal systems here. But this guy is also the same person who threatened to file a DM...
Wait, hold up. Okay, Denim's reaction was over twice the length of the video. I don't know how long Denim's was. Yeah, was... Go back to where, Mike? It's like, you're talking about this? Like, we actually saw the video footage of Denims and Casey and Frogan just sitting there. And then at the end saying, thank you for watching, thank you for joining us to watch this, and by the way, give me money. Was Denim's, like, reaction video over twice? Like, I have not seen anything to indicate, like, if it was legitimately transformative, Ethan would not file a suit. If Denim's reaction really was twice the length of the video, then Ethan would not have sued her because he didn't sue all the other content creators who actually reacted to his content nuke, like Hasan, like Asman, like anyone else. If she'd actually reacted, then he wouldn't have sued her because it would have been legitimately transformative. So I don't know what the fuck Mike from PA is talking about. Like, Ethan is not stupid. Okay? He's not going to just file a bullshit lawsuit against 3 people just for the lulz. Okay? He's not going to pay a lawyer to file a lawsuit just for the lulz. Because if he did that and he lost, he would not only be paying his lawyer, he'd be paying for their 3 lawyers also. Which makes no fucking sense. That makes no financial sense. That makes no logical sense. He would only legitimately file a lawsuit if he thought he could win, because the stakes in civil court are such that he would end up having to pay out so much more if he lost. So he wouldn't file a suit unless he knew he could win. So Mike is coping here. Mike from PA is flat out fucking coping. YouTube is only counting engagement if you like, subscribe to the channel, or comment on the video and no longer just viewing. Mantas, I don't know. I don't keep track of what YouTube considers engagement. Honestly, I couldn't say it. She admitted to robbing him of views. Yes, J10, you're exactly right. At the end of the video, when the content nuke was over, she actually said, thanks for coming to the stream so we could watch this and you will not give views to Ethan. And oh, by the way, throw me a prime, so throw me money. She flat out admitted it on stream. It is public record. So he's full of shit. He's coping like hell. And honestly, if he keeps going where he's going, he might find himself in Ethan's legal crosshairs shortly himself.
But this guy is also the same person who threatened to file a DMCA takedown against Asmongold because Asmongold would react to his streams.
Organize raids against other channels. And I just want to say this. I straight up don't consent to any insults, any watching of my content. If you watch any of my content, you don't have a license, I will DMCA.
Too bad. It doesn't fucking matter. As long as the person watching your content on stream is transformative in it, it falls under fair use, dumbass. If I wanted to basically inflict self-harm upon myself and watch one of your videos or watch your stream and react to it, and I facilitated transformative content like I do by pausing and commenting ad nauseum about stuff throughout the length of your content, you can't do a fucking thing about it because it's fair use. So cry about it some more, you little bitch. We can react to it all we want as long as it is transformative. It has been ruled in the courts. It is fair use. Sucks to be you. Go cry in the cuck chair.
Hey, you. That is what I'm going to say. Any kind of bad faith interpretations of what I'm saying, any attempt to make me seem to be saying something.
Bad faith. Who determines bad faith, Mike? Who exactly is the one to determine bad faith? You? I don't fucking think so. When it comes to reacting to content, there's no such thing as bad faith. When you post a video on when someone watches your video live on or even a recorded video and someone reacts to it and they give their opinions about it, bad faith doesn't even come to equation. There's not. If someone pulled up one of your videos and did what Denims, Casey Tron, and Froken did and just sit there like this and say nothing for the entirety of your video, yes, you could do a copyright claim. You could make a legitimate copyright claim if someone just watches your video on stream and says nothing. If someone actually is commentating on it and routinely pauses and gives opinions or clarifications or explanations or facts that differentiate from what you say, that's transformative. You can't do a fucking thing about it except cry, which you do. That's all. You do that a lot. You cry a lot. Still keep crying because we're going to keep reacting. It's perfectly legal. There's absolutely nothing illegal about it. It is fair use. Go sit in the corner and cry.
Don't believe or don't say is absolutely not allowed.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
I don't give you any consent to review my content. I don't give you any consent to defame me.
Yeah, see, the key...
Don't need your consent, and you defame yourself. All the defamement comes from you yourself. When you say something and people reacting to you actually point out you're wrong in the most insane ways and point out very specifically how you're wrong every fucking time.
The difference between Mike from PA and Ethan Klein is that Ethan Klein actually filed with the Library of Congress in order to make his copyright infringement case work in the first place. He didn't do this. He's just upset that Asmongold was clowning on him, so he threatened to abuse the DMCA system to try to take down videos where he was criticizing Mike from PA for being an idiot. But anyways, there is a rage boiling in this man. Mike from PA is a raging alpha male, as we'll see.
Okay, that's him. And you know what? I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. Putting aside his attitude, okay? Putting aside the person, okay? I do think Mike from PA looks better without that nasty ass goatee and greasy ass long hair. It might be the same woman, AT meme. I'm not sure. When he was clean cut like this, He looked better. You know, say what you will about Mike Pete from PA as a person. Say, you know, you can say what you will about that. He looks better like this, and even with the glasses, Mars. Even when he was wearing those glasses, he still looked better than this greasy, goatee look that he is sporting now. He looks like he looks worse now than when he actually looked like he took care of himself. Personality aside, I do think that he looked better like this.
See, this is a very legendary clip of his. We'll watch it in just a moment, but basically, he is someone who has openly advocated for violence against other streamers.
I talked about this.
In fact, he took direct aim at Ethan Klein and said to his audience that the only way you can stop someone like Ethan Klein is to assault them in real life.
Can I say something?
Okay, I'm just going to point this out. Since Mike from PA loves making fun of Asman, Mike from PA loves taking shots at Asman, I'm just going to point out Mike from PA has got the same fucking hairline. He's got the same balding hairline that Asmongold does. His hair is just, if his hair wasn't quite so long and he didn't have the goatee, he'd probably look, his eyes are more beady. His look is kind of sort of similar to Asman, honestly. With the receding hairline and everything. I'm just saying. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Can I say something? And it's I really like that these people did this, but I gotta be honest, with my experience in life with people like Ethan, the only thing that ever knocks them out of their fucking spiraling is the rod. It's the stick.
Uh-huh.
It's not the carrot. Like he feels like he's bullying you. He feels like he's hurting you. He's not going to stop until he's bleeding out of the corner of his mouth. And I get it. I want to be empathetic. Like, I understand the value of empathy.
No, fucking no, you don't. Don't even fucking try to pretend like you're empathetic. Do not even try to pretend no one fucking believes you. Okay? All you do is just attack people like Asman, like Ethan, because they are wildly more successful than you. So you do nothing but attack. Please don't even try and pretend like you're empathetic in any way, shape, or form. Nobody believes you. You're full of shit. And by the way, Falling Light and Green Matter, thank you both for the tier 1s.
Understand the value of trying to reach out to someone, but somebody like Ethan, he needs to see some stars before he's gonna fucking back down.
Ooh, shiver me timbers. Everyone's afraid of Mike from PA. Now, he is a very violent and masculine man, as you'll see in this clip. So besides the one we watched at the beginning of the video, this is his second most memorable moment of his career.
I don't think I've seen this one.
Thank
you, Great Matter.
Granite. Yeah. That just feels good. Oh my god.
Whoa! Did you see that? Let's play that again.
Well, show it again.
Watch the raw testosterone on display here.
Yeah. That just feels good. Oh my god.
And God, chat, hold me back. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to control myself. My God, my heart is just all aflutter at that display of masculine bravado. Yes, be careful, chat. Slippery when wet. Oh my. I'm getting the vapors. Oh my goodness. And yes, Ruffin, I do punch harder than that.
Wow. That's the guy who's threatening you on social media if you dare to disagree with him, by the way. But of course, there's so many more things I could talk about with this guy. There's another clip where he was advocating to his audience to conduct citizens' arrests of people who support Israel, which, by the way, don't do that, because what he's citing here on a Google search isn't even
my
giving
God.
the sort of access he believes it is because it's referring to states, not individual actors. Don't do that. He also put bounties on the heads of other content creators
for
like
God's
Destiny,
sake.
and it goes on and on and on. And he's never.
Hey, Twitch? Hey, Twitch? Pretty fucking sure this might be against TOS. If you're inciting your community to go after another content creator, pretty fucking sure that's against your goddamn TOS. And that's before even getting into any legalities of it. I wonder if Twitch is going to do anything about this.
Been banned for any of this stuff, so don't worry about that. But anyways, this is
Wait.
and it goes on and on and on. And he's never been banned for any of this stuff, so don't worry about that.
No,
but anyways, this is the tweet that we're talking about today that's backfired horribly for Mike. He says this: after over 6 straight months of crashing out and defaming Hasan, the H3 podcast is now 10,000 concurrent viewers, smaller than Hasan's stream. This after the month of July was the lowest ever viewership for the H3 podcast. On YouTube alone, Hasan had 5 times the views. Of course, ignoring the fact that Ethan Klein took a vacation during this period.
Yep.
This is a very weird thing to say and a very bad standard that he's setting up here. He's basically saying someone is better because they get more views. Wouldn't that mean Asmongold is better than Hasan? Like, this is the string of...
Rev said it before I did. You want to talk views, Mike? Asmongold is blowing Hasan out of the fucking water, as are a number of other content creators that are blowing Hasan out of the fucking water. He's trying to play some kind of fucking gotcha that don't work. You know, Mike has been so busy and so focused on making sure that every millimeter of Hasan's 2-millimeter dick gets down his throat that he's ignoring the fact that this doesn't matter and that there are other content creators far bigger than Hasan, like Asmon. So, Mike, quit focusing on Hasan's millimeter dick and actually, try using your brain. I know it's difficult. I know there's only, one brain cell left working in all of that gray matter, but try to use it. Just at least try. You need to exercise that brain cell in order for it to try and get strong and maybe have little brain cell babies to repopulate the inside of your cranial cavity. It's lonely in there and he might die. And Drowner, thank you for 5 gifteds.
Logic that we're following here. And also, dude, aren't you, friends with Hasan? Do you really have to tag him in your tweets where you're trying to, gloat over him? But...
Yep, he does, because he wants that Hasan Nawabi millimeter dick. That's why he's tagging him. He's got, not granted, he's got to wait in line for Frogan and Denims to be finished, but he wants that Hasan, that Hasan millimeter cock. He's just got to wait in line for sloppy fourths. So, get in line, Mike. Get your knee pads out and go wait in line like the rest of the cock gobblers.
Of course, this would backfire horribly. And let me point this out too. There's 9,300 likes on this tweet, and yet 90% of the comments are making fun of this guy. All of the quotes are mocking him. It just doesn't add up. Seems very artificial. This is the top comment, by the way, with 2,800
I saw this.
likes.
I think I saw this when I was at the airport. I saw Mike from PA's post, and then I saw Nux's response. Yep. Exactly right.
It's from Nux, basically saying he's glugging on it. You know, he's not just Mike from PA, he's Mike under Hasan's desk at this point. He doesn't have to do all of this glazing. I mean, isn't he like his friend? I don't understand. But he replies to this saying, "You are an Israeli lolicon enjoyer, gone to any recent funerals," referring to the fact that Nux had someone in his family pass away. Seems like a very...
And herein lies the difference between one side and the other side. when you have people on the side, when you have people like Asmund or Rev or Hero Hate or people on that side that are basically like presenting facts and showcasing all of these people in the poor light that they deserve, they don't bring recently deceased family members' names into it. Everyone on this side, Hasan, Mike from PA, Denims, Frogan, etc., without fail, they will bring up the other person's deceased family members. They've claimed that Asmund killed his mother. They'll bring up Tectone's They'll bring up Tectone's father. They're bringing up Nux's recently deceased family member. These are the ones that always bring up the dead family members and make fun of them. Every time. And yeah, Zeb, you said it right. The fantastic empathy that Mike is displaying here. Mike who says, I can be empathetic to people. Yeah, fan-fucking-tastic empathy we're seeing from him right now. Absolutely chef's kiss empathy. Real.
Normal thing to say when someone's making fun of you on the internet. But anyways, this is an interesting statement. Not to play semantics here, but the way he's phrasing this is basically saying that Nux enjoys Israeli-produced lolicon. Kind of weird, but the next top comment...
Yeah, I know what he's saying here. He's basically... He's not saying it like lolicon created by Israelis. He's basically calling Nux a Jew, and that Nux likes lolicons. That's what he's of course he's saying. He's basically saying Nux, you fucking Jew. That's what he's saying. Okay, to translate it, it's not like he's and to me pretty much yes, pretty much he is calling him a pedo. But he's also calling him a pedo Jew. Okay? That's what he's doing. He's literally doing that. And Tolkien, thank you for 10 gifted. Thank you so much.
Israeli-produced lolicon. Kind of weird, but the next top comment comes from Kitsu. Playing the iconic clip, or at least a screenshot of that iconic clip we watched early in the video. Let's watch it again because it's just that good. Watch Alpha Mike in action here.
That's fine.
Here we go.
So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention.
Alpha Mike. Big Mike, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't the only one in the comment section that was bringing up
here we
that
fucking
clip.
go.
In fact, these are the hidden replies where Kitsu would end up, along with all of these other people. Brace yourself. You have never seen someone this fragile in your entire life. Reminder, this is the hidden reply section. He manually hid all of these replies.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he's getting fucking roasted with it. Again, this shit is going to follow him for the rest of his days. This will never be forgotten. Nobody is ever going to let him forget about this. Ever. Yeah, exactly. When you try and hide it, it only gets worse because what's one of the first things that people do when they look at the comments section of any tweet? They see files are hidden. I wonder what's behind there. Click. And it's always something glorious. He's done. Mike, you're done. Go sit in the cuck chair and beat your millimeter dick. You're done. Oh my god, there's so many of them.
We're not even halfway.
What? Holy fuck.
Soft.
God damn.
Is all I can say. And the funny thing is, too, about 2 months ago, Mike from PA was also hit with a community note, which ironically enough was citing the fact that he was hiding replies he was trying to use to prove his own point. It's just...
Wait, what is this? Hang on.
It's absolutely...
Brad, get out of the way. Okay. Let's see. You people are a different fucking planet if you think Ethan is winning anything here. It's fucking disgraceful. Hutch, I hope you detach from the teat of Mr. Bonicelli at 5 Piece. Loved you well past your machinima days. What? I'm confused. Okay. Okay, so this was from the debates. Okay. Yeah, there's some missing context right here that I don't get. Yeah, some kind of inside joke, I suppose so.
Saying, take this feature away from this man, he is abusing it. But anyways, he would respond to one of those hidden replies saying, yeah, I hit that night. What now? What? That seems like a really gross thing to say.
Hit?
Besides
what?
the fact, like, the only thing you're hitting is your couch. Like,
wait, escalating confrontation with Zionists and centrists is the only path forward for power. What? So, wait. Hold up. So, is this original post from Mike from PA? I can't tell, because whoever made this post right here is actually calling for violence against people that they quantify as Zionists and centrists. I don't... if this was Mike from PA's original post, holy shit.
This will follow him to the Gav and beyond.
The Gav? Spell check, my guy. Spell check. Okay, that is now a thing. The Gav. Durahan, I think you have now created a thing. It is now the Gav. Yes, this will follow Mike to the Gav.
Gross thing to say. Besides the fact, like, the only thing you're hitting is your couch. Like, let's be real. And also, I'm pretty sure from the accounts I've seen, he's like 40 years old and single right now. So even if this did happen, I hope it's a fond memory, because it seems like that is a very, very distant memory at this point. But Ethan Klein, of course, would capitalize on that.
There we go.
He's a pig for saying he hit it. Who's the misogynist? He's lying. We all saw how repulsed she was. And
Wait. Is he saying that he hit? Is he saying that he fucked that girl where he was like, and sorry, I'm just trying to get your attention. I'm sorry. Is he trying to imply that he fucked her? Really? Yeah, Mike, nobody believes that. Absolutely no one believes that you even have a chance with that girl. Not a snowball's chance in hell. This is fucking grade school shit. Okay? This is literally shit that you would that boys would tell their friends in like 8th or 9th grade, going, yeah, I hit that man. I got with her. She was so good. Oh yeah. Yeah, I made her scream. Oh yeah. This is fucking grade school, maybe high school shit.
And we all know the only thing you're hitting is your couch. Exactly. Exactly. Good point. But there's more replies here, where someone says it's also pathetic how Ethan Klein constantly harasses people on Instagram so people can't respond. Where Mike says, it literally does nothing. He has no fans.
Reasonably sure his viewer count and the fact that he has made a shitload of money off of streaming begs to differ, Mike from PA. By the way, Mike from PA, what is your average view count these days? Out of curiosity, you know you're bagging you love bagging on Ethan. What's your average viewer count these days? Just out of curiosity. I know, chat, if one of you guys want to check out the channel and, see what the average view count is, I'd be genuinely curious. Genuinely. I would genuinely be curious what Mike from PA's generally speaking, average view count would be on Twitch.
No fan. I don't understand this. It's the most narcissistic and childish way to go after people. Like, you know, I don't like Hasan, but I'm not going to sit here and say he has no fans. He clearly has a lot of fans.
3,777? That seems like a far cry from the 5 digits that Ethan's been pulling in. Mike, trying to claim that he has no fans when he literally has 30 times the viewership that you do. 30 times the viewership. Yeah, pretty sure he's got fans. And a lot more than you do, dumbass.
You're just saying that he's 10,000 viewers below Hasan.
Sorry, Rev. By the way, again, I will point out, what word is he throwing out here? About people who basically, talk badly about him and about Hasan and everyone in their circle? What's the word that he's throwing out here? Oh, are we seeing a pattern of the destruction of language? Like I said, it means nothing now. They have literally driven this word into the ground, so it means nothing.
Which is still a lot of viewers. You're saying he has no fans? Like, that's such a stupid thing to say. And then he goes on to say the only people riding to his rescue are literal Nazis. Of course, the literal Nazis, aka anyone who disagrees with you on any.
Someone whack Mike from P up the head with a fucking history book. These people that love throwing out the Nazi, they literally need to be forced to sit at a desk with a history book open to the section of World War II detailing the history of the Nazis, make them study the history, study what the Nazis did in history, and then make them take a test. And if they cannot pass that test on what the Nazis did in World War fucking II, you don't get to talk about it on stream anymore. You don't get to use the word anymore unless you pass that test. Because when actual Nazism starts rearing its head, nobody's going to fucking know about it. They're going to go, "You're a Nazi." Okay, does that just mean they disagree with you? Nobody's going to fucking know. Because of people like Mike from PA who just throw the word out like it's a fucking comma.
Topic. But anyways, here's another reply where someone says there's literally a genocide happening in Gaza and all you can do is talk about drama. Where he says one of the biggest propagandists for the genocide is dying out. And that's awesome. Dying out. Dying out with like 20 to 30,000 live viewers on every stream.
This
is that
desperate.
dying out? Also, what a...
This is desperate. Mike from PA is desperately trying to run defense for Hasan right now. He's trying to peddle a false narrative that Ethan's channel, Ethan's stream, is dying out. When it's not. It's probably just as strong as it ever is, if not stronger. And he's basically trying to... Chat, here's the irony. You want to know what the definition of irony is here? Mike from PA, an extreme leftist, who I have zero doubt hates Trump and everything involving Trump, is literally doing the alternative facts bullshit. He is literally doing alternative facts. He's literally taking a page from the Trump and Kellyanne Conway playbook and peddling alternative facts. And this is... Boy, they really hate one side of the equation unless their tactics will work in their favor, don't they?
Cop-out. You're really saving lives doing this by, I don't even know. Like, what is he doing? I don't get it. He's trying to say the biggest propagandist for the genocide, which is a complete set of slander, is dying out with no proof. Like, literally, here's the proof against you. You posted it yourself. He has 27,000 viewers in the stream. Yep. You're citing as his graveyard of his career.
And I'm going to point out that was one point in the stream. We don't know what the maximum viewership was of the stream. This stream was 2 hours in. We don't know how many were at the start of the stream. We don't know how many were at the end of stream. You are taking literally a second in time during a however long Ethan's streams are and saying, oh, look, Hasan's got more. Probably clipping a Hasan stream at its maximum versus Ethan, which this might be his minimum.
It makes no sense. And also, let's add to the weirdness of this guy. Apparently, he has been non-stop messaging AB, who's one of the people who works on the H3 podcast. In fact, he's been DMing him non-stop for months, including sharing the tweet we've been talking about saying, make sure you show this to Ethan, only 7 million views in June. Get this man some help. Okay, while we're here, one more.
That might constitute harassment. Constantly messaging someone, if they've told him, fuck off, and he kept messaging, that'd be harassment. That would legitimately be harassment. Which is against Twitch TOS, and which is against law. Probably ought to say, AB has never responded, so who knows if AB has ever even read the messages. Yeah, these guys, Ethan and people like Ethan and Asmund live rent-fucking-free in their heads. Absolutely rent-free. And it's fucking hilarious. They're literally trying to make their careers out of hating Ethan. And honestly, I question whether or not they even know why they hate Ethan anymore at this point. It's just, this is our career. I'm going to try and cultivate as much clout as I can by riding on Hasan's coattails and deep-throating his cock every chance I can get whenever, Dan Clancy, Frogan, and Denims are busy deep-throating him. All 2 millimeters of it. And basically just bashing on Ethan and people like Ethan because they're trying to cultivate a hate following. That's literally what they're doing. They're cultivating a hate following. He's trying to cultivate a hate following, which doesn't last. I'll remind you. Hate followers don't last for one very specific reason. You can't keep up that energy. You cannot keep up the energy when you base your strain upon hate and by constantly attacking people. You can't maintain a successful stream like that, especially if you're on the smaller side. If you're a major content creator where you're consistently getting 5-figure views every stream, maybe you can, at least for a little while. But over time, your audience is going to burn out and you as the content creator are going to burn out. Because by consistently just spewing out hatred and anger and raging all the time, you will burn out. That's why I try not to do that's why I try not to do reacts that are always getting me angry. I'm not going to shy away from content that's going to make me angry, but it's not all that I'm going to do because it will very easily burn me out. I will get to if I was to constantly do that over and over and over again, I'd kind of just be I would be mentally exhausted because you cannot sustain that. You can't sustain that and have an enjoyable stream. And he's going to burn out. And his audience is going to burn out because even a viewership cannot constantly maintain this hate and this anger all the time. I've told you guys before, when you foster hate and anger, there's a hollowness inside of you that you're consistently feed into, and it keeps sucking it in over and over and over again, and it can never be said, and you feel sick. You get to the point that you feel physically sick. You'll feel unwell if you consistently either do this or view it over and over and over again. And it's not sustainable. It is not. And he's going to find that out. He will find that out. His viewership will come down because either his viewers can be like, you know what, I'm tired of this, or he's not going to have the energy to keep going like this. And his content is going to diminish over time. And Green Matter and JRC, thank you guys for the gifteds.
Million views in June. Get this man some help. Okay, while we're here, one more clip of this guy completely self-owning.
Mike from
Good
PA
night,
here, the king of self-owning. This is one of these political commentators, but he's famous for being a total fucking moron and pathetic loser. In fact, I once famously referred to him as he's stuck in the before picture of a transformation photo. That's funny, right?
Yeah, he's stuck there.
So,
him as a person, or
wait, what happened? Did he change his? Oh.
How would you?
So this guy is talking. There's a book called Abundance that a lot of people are talking about right now.
Okay.
And this guy made a tweet, Derek Thompson. How would you square? I don't think anyone's saying against any of this. Blah, blah. He's making a point to Mike, and Mike says to him, "Because I've read the book. Have you?" Now, would it surprise you if I told you Derek Thompson was the author of the book?
Oh my God, he fell into the trap. He fell into the same trap as people that have like criticized like the likes of Stephen King, where Stephen King has talked about one of his books and they criticize him like, don't you know what happens in the book? And Stephen King is just like, should I tell him? Oh my God. This cannot be, he can't. I know he is the stupid, but I almost want to say he cannot be the stupid, but I know he is the stupid. That's the funny part. He really is this stupid. And it's also telling on himself, like, have you read this book? When I'm guessing his fucking name is on the cover, so even he didn't know that he was talking to the author of the book he's claiming to read. So he just owned himself by showcasing, I haven't actually read the book because I don't know that you're the author.
Oh, shit.
And that is a classic Mike from PA moment.
Incredible stuff from Mike from PA. What a guy.
Yeah. He basically just broadcasts where he basically broadcasts, I know about this book, and it has, I got like I read the back of the jacket, so I have a general idea of what it means, and maybe I read a Cliff Notes version or a Wikipedia entry on it, so I know what's in it, and I'm gonna pretend like I read it, and then when someone says something about the book, I can act like I am so smart that I read the book, and I'm gonna actually try and call the author out on his own book, asking if he read it. This guy self-owns so much, it's not even funny.
I hope him the best. This was a very interesting video. This guy is the king of self-owns, and I'm sure he is seething every single day as Ethan Klein continues to exist. And I think that's very, very funny and something worth covering for entertainment. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
That was funny. That was not rage, that was just funny. Watching Mike from PA just be a complete dunderhead. Over, and over again. See, I told you I wasn't necessarily gonna rage. I might laugh, and oh, did I laugh.